Welcome to Agua Apprentices at the Agua Lagoon. My name is Miss Christina, and today we will be learning about food chains and webs. Is that so exciting? Parents and guardians, after our lesson, there will be a hands-on activity that you can replicate in your very own space. Now, let's get started. A food chain is a linear network of links in a food web, starting from a producer organism and ending at an apex predator, a consumer, detrivore, or decomposer species. Each food chain is one possible path that energy and nutrients may take as they move through an ecosystem. A food chain also shows how the organisms are related to each other by the types of food that they eat. Is that so exciting? Now, let's go over some vocabulary so we can understand a little bit better. Our first word today is producer. A producer is a living thing that can produce or make its own food. Can you think of an example of a producer? A plant is a producer. Now, our next word is consumer. A consumer is a living thing that eats other living things. Can you think of an example? A coyote or a rabbit is a consumer. Now, there's many different types of consumers, just like how coyotes and rabbits are different. Consumers can be herbivores, like a rabbit, meaning that they eat only plants. Carnivores are a red-tailed hawk, meaning that it eats only meat. Or an omnivore, like a coyote, meaning that it eats both plants and animals. See if you can think of other examples of different types of consumers. Okay, our last word is a decomposer. A decomposer is a living organism that eats organic matter, such as rotting or dead plants, and rotting or dead animals, or leftover food like apple cores and half-eaten sandwiches. Does that sound so yummy? Examples of decomposers are worms, slugs, mushrooms, and bacteria. So in a food chain, it might sound like animals and other living organisms only eat one thing. But in nature, most animals eat many different types of food, just like you and me. Do you eat the same thing every day? No, we eat all kinds of different things. Animals are the same way. So now that you know the basic vocabulary of a food chain, we're going to do an activity that shows all the definitions. Stay tuned.